Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and my congratulations.
Thank you.
As the House would be aware, access to higher education in regional Australia has been a major challenge for our nation. It's for this reason that the federal Liberals and Nationals for years have implemented policies aimed at encouraging growth in the level of services and infrastructure in higher education, particularly amongst our universities. And in my electorate of Lyne, access to university education over the past decade has continued to grow, particularly as a result of the wise policies of the Howard Coalition government. First of all, in the health space, funding was provided for the University of New South Wales to establish one of the many rural clinical schools, and there's one that's been now in Port Macquarie for over 10 years. And also, the University of Newcastle has established a Department of Rural Health in Taree. This investment has seen many medical students undertake their studies in Port Macquarie and Taree for well over a decade. A number of local medical specialists have made themselves available to supplement the University of New South Wales program in Port Macquarie, and similarly GPs and specialists in Taree. I also have made myself heavily involved in this, and it's certainly been beneficial for both the medical students and the specialists and GPs who've taught these students. Now, another critical coalition policy, which was fortunately retained by the Rudd-Gillard government, was the introduction of a regional loading to assist universities with provision of university programs and courses in regional Australia. And in my electorate's particular case, the University of Newcastle established a campus over a decade ago, courtesy of the capital funding from this. The regional loading allowed them to introduce a number of courses including Bachelor of Nursing, Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of IT in Port Macquarie at a commonly used campus in the TAFE building in Port Macquarie. The university has, as a result, established a close collaboration with the North Coast Institute of TAFE, and it's assisted the TAFE sector in participation of its diploma-level courses, which are increasingly articulated into the university's bachelor degree programs. In fact, at a recent University of Newcastle graduation ceremony in Port Macquarie, the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor were very proud of the fact that they had over 1,000 University of Newcastle alumni living and working in the mid-North Coast. The Coalition's Higher Education Endowment Fund that was established in 2006 was also set up to allow the income earned from the perpetual fund to be invested into our infrastructure and services within our universities well into the long term. And that fund, combined with the regional loading, has made it possible for Charles Sturt University to commence a very ambitious campus expansion into the mid-North Coast, with plans for a 5,000 student campus in Port Macquarie, with the first stage recently announced and on display. Now, Charles Sturt's university presence in Port Macquarie has grown quite a lot over the past 3 years, and they now offer over a dozen bachelor degree programs located in its temporary campus in Grand Street. Charles Sturt University has also established a close working relationship as well with the TAFE sector, helping to offer a broader range of local courses, particularly in the early years, so that local school leavers and mature age students who look to increase their academic qualifications can enter the Charles Sturt and Newcastle University degree programs through the Pathways programs through the TAFE. The University of New South Wales and the North Coast Institute of TAFE and Newcastle University have now developed such a close working relationship that a specialised joint medical education facility is being established adjacent to Port Macquarie Base Hospital and the University of New South Wales' existing rural medical campus. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, my forebears, members of Lyne, over successive periods have worked on this project. And by keeping and attracting people to study in our region, we are not only combating the brain drain, but were contributing to the economic growth and social opportunities. So I'd like to congratulate Charles Sturt University, University of Newcastle and the University of New South Wales and the North Coast Institute of TAFE on its commitment to delivering higher education opportunity on the Mid-North Coast.
Thank you.